Hey guys, this is Aaron Schober from Sword Carolina. I wanted to do a video today about tells or telegraphs. This is showing your hand, letting your opponent know what you're about to do before you do it. So these are the little movements that we do unconsciously, usually completely unaware of it, that are let our opponent know that we're about to attack, we're about to do something. Now, these can be good in a partner scenario where you're dealing with a partner and you have a little system where I'm going to move a bit before I attack so that he has time to prepare, we can train safely. Apart from that scenario, if you're sparring or in a competitive environment or, God forbid, in an actual sword fight, you do not want to let your opponent know what attacks are coming and when. So I'm going to go through some of the common ones that I've seen. Please comment with other ones that you've seen or some of the ones that you've worked through yourself. And maybe some tips and advice on like how to overcome these things. But probably the most classic one is someone standing here in their position, they get ready to attack and they pull back before they come forward. This not only takes longer, it's so obvious to the opponent. This even mentioned specifically in the treatises, if someone's pulling back, that's when you attack them because they have to change directions before they can even counter you, much less, same time attack you. So this one, the pulling back, the cocking, loading up their strike before they come in is probably the biggest one. It's the one that I like my opponent to use because I find it fairly easy to exploit. If you have partners that you train with that can point this out to you, just do a number of attacks over and over in front of them. And do it when you're tired, do it when you're fresh. Have them point out if you were showing any of this to you. If you don't have training partners, do what I've done here. Take a video of yourself. You don't have to post it on YouTube. Just take a little video of yourself and let yourself see what you're actually doing, not what you think you're doing. One of the ones that I had trouble with was if I was in position here where I'm wanting to attack with an Oberhau, a lot of times I would move my front foot back and then come in with the attack. So it would often look like this. So it wasn't accomplishing much apart from shifting my body weight a little bit. What it was doing was slowing my attack down and letting my opponent know that I was moving. So that was another one. Just kind of tensing or kind of flexing the muscles or squatting a little bit before the attack is another one. You don't want to be completely relaxed in your position and then when you get ready to attack, you've got to tighten everything up before you move forward. You want to stay toned. You want everything to stay relatively tight, not white-knuckled, veins sticking out tight. But you want everything to be pretty firm so that when you're ready to attack, you can come forward with it. You don't have to set yourself and then come forward. The idea being that you're already ready before you attack. Another may be if you're moving around, but before you attack, you stop and set yourself so you can do your textbook attack. Well, I'm going to do my Zornhaus, so I need to make sure I'm in position and then I can come in. If you pause before an attack, a lot of times it's more obvious where this moving around they know is just fluff. If before every attack you actually set yourself and pause. So if you're going to move around, you need to be able to attack at any point, almost to where you can surprise yourself so that it's not obvious to the other person when it's going to come. That's what this is all about. It's about surprising the other person. Taking advantage of that. Now that is one way that you can use tells. You can use them as kind of a feint where you're trying to draw the other person out, but this falls into the realm of feinting in general is a dangerous technique to do if you are not prepared for it. Because if your opponent doesn't do what you're expecting, you often get made to look the fool. So be careful about that. Another common one is leading with your feet. You might not think of this as necessarily being a tell, as if I'm coming forward and attacking. Well, no, I'm coming forward with my step and my attack at the same time. The problem with that is the foot takes longer to move than the hand, and hence the sword. So therefore, even though you're moving all at the same time, it takes longer for your sword to get into position. So if your opponent is fast, and oftentimes he or she will be, they will get into position before you get your sword in position, which is very dangerous. So, and as a general rule, apart from this video, getting the sword in motion first is always a very good thing anyway. So don't lead with the foot and then follow with the sword. Lead with the sword and have your foot follow after it. So the whole idea is that you want your attack to come as somewhat of a surprise. It's relatively easy to block the first attack someone throws at you, but if you can do it without them knowing it's coming, you do actually stand a good chance of landing a strike, or at least forcing them to react so strongly to it that it opens up other areas. If you throw an attack and I'm ready for it, I'm going to get into a position where it's going to be very hard for you to follow through with a second attack. If you catch me off guard and I have to overextend myself to block it, you know, the oh crap block, it's going to open up much more options for you. So that's the whole idea. So we don't want to show our hand. We want to attack. We want to be completely ready so that when we're ready to attack, we can do it without any indication that we're about to do it. Now, if I showed you some indications there in the last few cuts, let me know, because it'll make me a better fencer. And I thank you guys for watching. Appreciate you guys. Feel free to like and comment on this video. I know a lot of you guys do already. Share the video. It really helps us get the word out about our school and about what we're doing here. A lot of you guys have done it already, and it's been a big help for us, so thank you so much.